Hello, my amazing souls. How are you doing? How are you? Are you well? Are you blessed? I hope you're doing fantastic. Well, it's your blissful soul, Katrina WW for Wajiko. I welcome you and I welcome you back to this YouTube channel for another financial literacy interesting video. Hmm. Yes, guys, yes, you are super welcome to this episode on more on the MMF and Shares Challenge groups that I created for us for 2026. So, here's to give you another reason why you need to join either the MMF Challenge group or my Shares Challenge group for this 2026. All right, you with me? As always, when you see me with this, you know I don't wanna blah too much. Okay, so things to live in 2025. I know you've seen these videos, most especially on TikTok, but now I want us to do things to live in 2025 financial freedom or financial literacy version. The POV here is on finances, financial freedom, financial growth. All right. And mm, okay. So, yeah, the first one that we are leaving behind in 2025 is being too scared to start. Funny story, I used to be in this category of people. I used to be over skeptical. Over skeptical. Me and my money, I have trust issues, with me and my money. You want me to put it where? And then what if, what, you know? So I will be so scared to start anything, no matter how meaningful, how amazing, how awesome it sounded, especially if it sounded good, too good. I was like, mm-hmm. And of course, you would understand some of us have had the worst experiences from people because of trusting people on matters finances. So, yeah, that made it a bit difficult for us. But imagine you have to take the leap of faith. That is something I I discovered, like faith is on the other side of fear. Like if this side is fear, this side is faith. So if you turn to this side, you're going to find faith, and they both use the same. I feel like they both use the same amount of energy, but faith gives better results. And since I hopped onto it, ooh, 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 since I decided to leave fear aside and use faith, it has been wonderful. It has been great, and that is why I can even now sit here and teach people and encourage them to join my MMF and shares group. I took that leap of faith. Okay. So, again, remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. You want change in your financial life, something has got to give in. You have to change something. So, you have to start. You have to trust and start. And I'm calling you to start by joining either my MMF or my shares challenge. To join the MMF challenge, it's only 500 bob. You send 500 bob to my M-Pesa number running there, or also in my description box. You send 500 bob to that number, and then you send me that message in WhatsApp, and then I add you to the MMF challenge group. For shares, it's 1,000 Kenyan shillings. You do the same thing. And then there I teach you how to go about opening an MMF account or a CDS account to start buying shares. I teach you how to buy. I give you different brokers and MMF fund managers to choose from, and based on what, why this one is good, based on what, and then you decide the one you want. You go through the process, you get your account, and you start saving. And this year we are challenging ourselves for the MMF account. We are challenging ourselves to have individually invested 100,000 Kenyan shillings in your own MMF account that we open or that you already have. And then in the shares account challenge group, we are challenging ourselves to have bought shares worth at least 150,000 Kenyan shillings by the end of 2026. So the group is to keep us going, motivated, keeping us accountable, because what's my slogan? Discipline without accountability dies along the way. Okay. Something else you're living in 2025. Procrastination. It is always said that the best time to start was yesterday, and the next best time is today, and it is true. No, when I started when I started being intentional about my finances, and so I started now really learning, completely learning. I've always been a saver since I was a child. I always had that home bank where I used to put some monies that I got here and there. But now learning on investing and everything, because if I had someone teach me this from way back then, goodness, perhaps by now I would have made it to the Forbes, list of wealthy people. But then, yeah. So when I started teaching myself now, learning and learning, paying, even to learn to join other groups and everything else, I was like, goodness, I wish I had started earlier. But I'm grateful I started. And you might also feel the same, like, oh my God, if only I had begun earlier. Yeah. So start now. Start today. Start by setting that 500 bob, to that number. Send me that WhatsApp, and then let's get started. Especially those who want to get into shares. For MMF, it's easier, and it takes a shorter period of time to have your account up and ready and you start. But for shares, it takes a bit longer. So please start now. Procrastinating is not helping you. Or the others who say, well, I'm waiting to get money. I'm waiting for, the right conditions, the right time, and that's a very deceptive excuse in the name of a reason. It's not really a reason. These are excuses we give ourselves, and then by the time you realize it, you're in November, we're in December 2026, and you're again like, oh my God, that year has gone by. I haven't sorted myself out financially or in any other way. So don't give in to that. Start now. Start today. Start where you are. There are MMFs that you can invest from as low as 100 bob. You can be depositing as low as 100 bob. So start. The key is to start. Okay. The other thing we are leaving behind, closed mindedness. Ooh, there are people who, whatever they believe is what they believe. Whatever they know is what they know. They are not open to learning anything else. No. Like, this is it. This is it. Full stop. You're not telling me nothing. Like, there are people who believe in chamas. So for them, it's chama or nothing. The others who believe like I used to in that home bank, or putting your money under the mattress, and they're like, this is what I've been doing all along. It's working for me. That's it. It's not so bad. The thing is, life is changing. We are progressing. Things are happening. New things are coming up every single day. So you just have to move with whatever is happening, or you'll just be left behind so much. Like I am not anti-chama. Home banks and chamas, been there, done that all through, you know, and I love them. They are good. They keep you disciplined and everything. But the thing is, there's no interest in that unless you're in those. Chamas are like the merry-go-rounds. For those who don't understand, chamas are merry-go-rounds. I know there are those that have you can loan money and then you pay back with interest. So you'll be given money from that interest. But otherwise, the merry-go-round itself does not have interest. You see? But having your money in an MMF, you'll be earning interest. And the interest is above inflation rate. And that is what you want. So it's helping your money. Your money is not being eaten by inflation. Because the thing is, there are these merry-go-rounds that maybe you pull money until like the end of the year. What that money, what 1,000 bob can do, even right now, in when am I posting this? January or February? I don't know. By the time it's December, that money doesn't have the capacity to do the same thing. Inflation has eaten your money. Things, prices have gone up. That's inflation, you know. So basically, yes, you've gotten that money, but it can't do much. But when you put in an MMF, for example, the interest that you get has at least helped your money to combat or to fight against or cushioned it against the inflation. You see? Yeah. So be open to change. MMF is not a scam. They are good fund managers, good, well reputable companies that you can join and start. Like create your account with them. Shares the same. You know, own some of these companies. So it's good to be a shareholder, you know, in all these, in most of these companies that give you services. So come on board. The other thing we are leaving behind, greediness, gluttony, financial gluttony, you know, if we can call it that. There are people who want to make big money now. So when you mention to them MMF and shares, they're like, ugh, that will take too long. I want something. You know, those who tell you, I want I want to put 100,000 somewhere and start earning, I don't know, 30,000 per month, per what? Premium tears are waiting for you, my love. Premium tears. And that is how most people have lost money, because investment is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not going to double your money overnight. That's not it. That's not it completely. So you have to work on your greed. Don't be greedy, because your greed is going to make you lose money, all right? So if it you want to invest, you have to give that money time to grow. You just have to, all right? Like in an MMF account, the interest is not that crazy. No one is giving you, I don't know, 15, 16, 20% interest rates. So you have to give that money the time, you know, be putting more. The more you put, the better returns for you. And just wait for the money to be growing, to be compounding the interest day by day. All right? Otherwise, you'll be told, okay, you'll hear stories and water videos about how you can double that money, how you can be getting I don't know what percent, and we will be here to tell you, Aki woye pole, Kai, that happened. Yeah. So be very, very careful. That ties up with our next point, which is impatience. Yes. There are people who want it now. So they're like, all right, Katrina, I'm paying the 500 bob or the 1,000 bob. I'm joining your MMF or challenge group. Or I have done it already. I've put my first X amount or I've bought my first shares worth X amount. I want the wealth now. I want the returns now. I want to have made it within this month. Or it doesn't work like that. That is not investments. Investment is over time. You give your money time to work for you, and it will work for you. But if you're impatient, you know what will happen? You'll be going and checking. Hmm, how much interest this month? I this thing is not working. You'll be tempted to withdraw your money every single time. And actually, that is now you working against yourself because that withdrawing and putting in, withdrawing and putting in might have like M-Pesa or bank transfer charges. You see? So you are working against yourself. With investments, my advice is you've put your money, you keep putting, you keep buying, and then wait. Relax. Wait. Yes. So as I was saying, that's number five. Like it's been quite difficult. You know, this is where we are doing this. Get our wealth, move out, go and live in a quiet place. No places where you don't have motorbikes making too much noise early in the morning. Like, what's this now? Goodness. Ooh, or crazy neighbor blasting music at 6 a.m. Lord. Anyway, that's apartments for you and this area. But yeah, we are getting there. We'll be living in our places where it's quiet and calm and you know, and you can do your things anytime, anyhow. Like right now, I've been afraid of continuing this video because there's a neighbor blaring music and I don't want it to be in my background. So let's see first if it's there before we continue. I think we are good. I think we are good. And we were just finishing on number five about impatience. So don't think that investing, you put money now and then you double it now or get your millions now. Okay? It's not get rich quick scheme. Mm, yeah. But of course, there are those that have high interest, but still you have to put it for a number of months or something, years. Like it's not, cha, put today, tomorrow you're a multi-millionaire. I wish it was that way, but that's not investments. Investments, it requires time, it requires patience, it requires compounding. So you have to keep topping up and everything. You good on that? Awesome. The next one, we're almost done here. Not having an emergency fund, but you're investing. You know, like you bought your shares, you are in REITs, I don't know, ETFs, da da da, everything else, you know, all the other investment vehicles, you are doing well, but you do not have an emergency fund. Do you know the dangers of that? The dangers of that is that if an emergency actually occurs, and like I have said again and again, an emergency doesn't have to be a negative thing, it doesn't have to be something bad. But if it occurs, it means you're going to withdraw your money. And this means you might just have to withdraw prematurely to sort out that issue that has come up. But if you had an emergency fund, you wouldn't have to go through that trouble, you know. Okay, so we were talking about not having an emergency fund. Even if you are investing, that is still quite dangerous. Quite dangerous because you're supposed to have at least three, but mostly 6 months of your monthly expenditures in your emergency fund. And that is now your MMF account. That is your emergency fund that if something comes up abruptly, that is where you get that money from, you know. So, but if you don't have it and something has come up, good or bad, you're going to withdraw prematurely because it's no, it's there, or you'll be in people's inboxes, calling people fake friends and fake people because you've called or WhatsApped them or inboxed them or texted them, hey, please send me these amounts urgently, and they're like, um, it's not a good time. Okay, so have an emergency fund even if you're investing in other things. If you've not started, the best place to start, the safest, it's low risk, it's always an emergency fund, and that is your MMF account, money market fund account. All right. And finally, not having a goal. We are living this in 2025, you know. Have you defined your financial goals? You want to start investing, okay, towards what? To what end? You know? Oh, this Nini is coming in mind that the end justifies the means. For me, this is what I say. Having a strong why. Why are you doing it? Will see you through the hows that come, because the hows will come. Sometimes you don't know which how is going to come. Some hows are very deadly, like there are a lot of things that can sway you out of your course, out of what you're doing. Life, life happens at times. So if you do not have a strong why to keep you going, to keep you pushing, mm, you withdraw. You will faint before reaching on the finish line. You will give up, you know, or this will come. The wind of a new bag, a new words, a new this. Interesting that, oh, people are going on a road trip, oh, this is happening, oh, that, and they are going to sway you. So you'll be putting a certain amount, and then there's a road trip by friends or colleagues, and you're like, well, I do have this money here. Take it out. Phew, your road trip. Then you come back maybe to your senses and like, okay, let's do this. So you start again. Get to a certain point, something else comes up where that it's not what you are saving for. You see? But because it has come and it has found you with some money without a goal for it, you again take it out. Sure, you do that. And that is dangerous. So define your goals and then start. Why do I want to invest? Why do I want to have this money market fund that Katrina is saying is our emergency fund? Why do I need to start investing in shares? What's my goal? You can do your long term, do your short term, even if they're going to be quarterly and all that. They are going to help keep you going. Okay? Yeah, and with that, we are going to close this vlog from there. Yeah, those are the points I had for you for today. So let's keep investing. Okay? Or let's start. I really want us 2025. Most people got into really, 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 really chasing the bag. You got the bag. Now maintain the bag, multiply the bag, and that is what I'm calling you to do. Remember to join the MMF group challenge group is only 500 bob. The shares challenge group is only 1,000 Kenyan shillings. So Come on board. Take that number, send your money, send that message to WhatsApp on the same number. Be added into the group. Let's get started. This year, let's create a portfolio, even if it will just be two things: your emergency fund, that is your money market fund, and your shares fund account. That is stocks. Let's get you somewhere. At least you can say have a portfolio. When people are talking portfolio, you also have a portfolio and it has some amount. Imagine if by end of 2026, the emergency fund has 100,000 Kenyan shillings. That's the MMF account. And then you have shares worth 150,000. Go, bro. You did it. You have a portfolio right there. And then 2027, we can be talking now, expanding, growing, and all that. Okay? So that was it from me today. I'm waiting for you. I'll be seeing you on the next video. Happy investing.